Good evening, I'm Chris Costa. A woman is dead after police say a New Hampshire police officer hit and killed her while driving under the influence. New Hampshire State Police say 27-year-old Tyler Berry of Amherst was driving his pickup truck on Route 101 last night around 11:30 when he crossed the center line and hit another car head on. The driver of that car, 21-year-old Sierra Croteau of Manchester, was pronounced dead on scene. Berry sustained serious injuries and was arrested at the hospital. Police charged him with felony aggravated DUI, and the crash remains under investigation. For the second time in 7 days, Maine State Police arrest a New Hampshire fugitive in our state. Troopers arrested 34-year-old Lace Meady of Rochester, New Hampshire, around 2:30 on Friday afternoon at a home in Lebanon. Meady was listed on the Strafford County, New Hampshire's most wanted website. The warrant was for unlawful possession of fentanyl. She was charged as a fugitive and will be extradited back to New Hampshire at a later date. The suspect in an armed robbery in Gray is facing nearly 10 charges after leading police on a chase, crashing his car, and running off. Police say 26-year-old Jared King of Warren told the night clerk at a Cumberland Farms in Gray to give him money. King then drove off with the money, leading Falmouth police on a chase before crashing on Layton Road in Windham. He ran into the woods, and police found him in a tree where he refused to come down. The Cumberland County Sheriff's Office says he finally cooperated and was taken into custody. King will be in court early next week. One of Portland's largest employers caught fire this morning. The Portland Fire Department responded to Unum late this morning and put the fire out by around 11:30. Firefighters say it happened on the roof when a generator overheated, sending embers out and exhaust on the roof, which burned some rubber roofing materials. Firefighters do not expect it will affect employees returning to work on Monday. It's finally feeling spring-like this weekend, but sounds like that is going to be short-lived. Meteorologist Ryan Brenton's here with your first look at the forecast. There have been at least 2 Maine State Police officers keeping watch over Maine State Police Detective Ben Campbell's body since he died on April 3rd. Now there are rotating shifts for troopers to stay with him at the Lamson Funeral Home in Millinocket. They'll continue this until he's buried. Detective Campbell's funeral is on Tuesday, April 9th at 11 a.m. at the Cross Insurance Arena in Portland. News Center Maine will provide live coverage of the funeral here on this channel and online. People interested in donating to Campbell's family can now do so through PayPal. You can find that link on our website and mobile app. President George H.W. Bush is being honored with a commemorative Forever stamp. The stamp art is a portrait of President Bush, who spent his summers in Kennebunkport. The USPS says a first day of issue ceremony will be held on the president's birthday, June 12, at the George H.W. Bush Presidential Library and Museum in College Station, Texas. The 41st president died last year on November 30th at the age of 94. He was elected president on November 8th, 1988, sworn in on January 2nd, 1989, and served until January 20th, 1993. Nearly 6,500 Mainers spend part of 2018 being homeless. It's an issue across the state, and today in Bangor, many hope to see that number drop. The 24th annual Hike for the Homeless took place along the Bangor waterfront. News Center's Sean Stackhouse shows us why today's event is more than just a fundraiser. 2/3 of funding for the Bangor area homeless shelter comes from donations and fundraisers like these. Portland's Preble Street Resource Center and the Mid-Maine Shelter in Waterville also provide assistance to those in need. Pharmacy students at the University of New England want to answer your questions about your medications. University of New England students and staff were on hand Saturday morning at the Know Your Medication event at the College of Pharmacy building in Portland. This event helps people understand what medications they take and what their blood pressure goals will be. For current students, it's an opportunity to work on their communication skills with patients and ask open-ended questions so they can make future decisions as a pharmacist.
In modern healthcare, we tend to rush patients through the system, and sometimes people take medications and they're not fully aware of all the side effects. This is a great personal touch for patients to come in and get specialized attention from the students, from the faculty who are expert in pharmacy, and can talk to them at length about their medications.
McCool says if you have any questions about your medications, you should ask your pharmacist. They were not taking in old medications today, but there was information on where to drop off expired or unused meds ahead of National Drug Take-Back Day coming up on April 27th. Pancreatic cancer is one of the most deadly cancers in the United States. However, there's a little more hope for people with the disease thanks to a new method in treating tumors. That's next. When Jeopardy host Alex Trebek vowed to fight pancreatic cancer, he also put a spotlight on the disease, which is on track to be the second deadliest cancer in the U.S. as early as next year. But now there's a development that could give hope to some people diagnosed with it. NBC News medical correspondent Dr. John Torres explains. Now, a warning for anyone with an infant at home. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says 10 infants have died in Fisher-Price rock-and plays since the year 2015. Fisher-Price says the deaths happened when infants were able to roll from their back to their side or stomach. Now, parents are warned to stop using the rock and play if the child is 3 months or older, or if the child can roll over. Top diplomats from the Group of 7 advanced economies wrapped up a 2-day meeting in a French seaside resort today. The officials from the G7 countries, including France, the U.S., Canada, Japan, Germany, Italy, and the UK, hope to lay the groundwork for the summit of leaders in August. They were working on a joint statement on the fight against trafficking drugs and migrants in troubled areas of Africa, fighting cybercrime, and stopping sexual violence against women in conflict zones. Many fishermen in Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula have put their nets aside to dedicate themselves to harvesting pink salt, a mineral-rich commodity that's growing in popularity across the globe. The sea salt gets its rosy hue thanks to the algae that thrive in the tidal lagoons on Mexico's Caribbean coast. For the fishermen, mining pink salt has become more profitable given that overfishing has significantly cut back their earnings, and pink salt is expanding into more markets. Meteorologist Ryan Bretton's here now with a full look at the forecast. I hope you got to soak up some of this beautiful weather today and hopefully tomorrow.
Yeah, I did. I went for
nothing that you guys haven't been working on all year long with the mixes that we've gotten with almost every storm,
yeah,
really.
No different this time.
Just in a different shape.
Yes, exactly.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Ryan. Baxter Academy for Technology and Science's first robotics team, the Outliers, joined an elite group after some success at the Greater Boston District event. News Center's Sebastian Benage explains. News Center's Sebastian Benage reporting. Tax day is right around the corner. April 15th or April 17th if you're in Maine or Massachusetts can be a daunting deadline for many, and today the United Way of Eastern Maine worked to ease that stress. The group hosted Procrastinators Day, assisting Mainers who have not yet filed their taxes. IRS certified preparers met one-on-one with people looking to file. All services provided for free. Paperwork is e-filed right on site, and the volunteers there are helping to get those who attended the biggest refund possible.
Most of the folks that we work with, this is the largest chunk of money that they'll get throughout the year in one setting. So it's a really great chance for us to help people pay off bills, or we just had a woman here who got a larger return than she expected, so she's going to be able to buy a car.
There are only 9 days left for people to file their taxes. This is the last event United Way is hosting to help Mainers with tax preparation, but they have listed resources to help online at cashmaine.org. Coming up, a huge snake caught in Florida. We'll tell you how long that python is and the importance of it being caught. It is the largest python ever removed from Big Cypress National Preserve in Florida, 17 feet, 140 pounds, and when the trappers captured the record-setting snake, she had 73 eggs inside of her. It's part of an elimination program to get rid of that species.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
a lot of eggs.
A snake. Thanks for watching News Center Maine at 11, everybody. Have a good night.
See you tomorrow.